Welcome to another episode of Unfinished But Still Blessed. I promise y'all that after I finish recording these today, that I am going to give these episodes numbers as well. And that way you all will know which episode to go to, especially when I start to post the longer versions on YouTube. For those who may not know, I also have a YouTube channel that's called Unfinished But Still Blessed as well. And there's a story behind the channel. So hop on over to YouTube and follow me as well. One of the things that I'm hearing from God is that if you are their savior, you will also most certainly be their sacrifice. Hear me out. That if you are the person that they always come to for solutions, then one of the things that you should start telling that person or those people is, what did God say? What are you hearing from God? Because if you are their savior, then when things go wrong, and if you give them some sort of advice that doesn't, follow through, then you will also be their sacrifice. You will be the one that they place the blame on as well. I'm learning that even having a spouse who lost his mother, and it's very fresh for him, even though it's been, I believe, less than 2 years. And also having a son who's lost his father. One of the things that I'm learning is that sometimes we just have to sit with people in their grief. They say that grief is just love with no place to go. It's just love, not just as in to minimize it, but it's a just love. It is a just love. It is a righteous love. It is a love that has probably filled them and help their cup be full before they could even articulate that, or you could articulate that. It is a just love. It is a love from God. It is often a love that comes from the mother's womb. It is a love that comes from that father or that loving relative that you had who left a mark on your life. And so again, grief is just love. It is a just love with nowhere to go. And sometimes the best thing that we can do is sit with people in their grief. Don't pass them any tissues. Don't tell them it's just gonna be okay. Don't minimize what they're going through based on the time period that you found that they're going through it. The best thing that I'm finding that I can do is just sit with my husband in his grief. Is ask my husband questions, is ask my son questions. How are you feeling today? Is today a better day? How are you doing? Is there anything that I can do to help? Because what I'm finding in talking to people who have experienced a significant amount of grief is that there is nothing that can help, because there is nothing that will bring that loved one back. And really that's all they want to do is hear that voice in real time, one more time. Grief is a just love with nowhere to go. But remember that if you are their savior, you will also be their sacrifice. We have to allow God to move through the lives of our loved ones, and we indeed have to trust God that we are there to sit with them in their grief and in their sadness and in their sorrow. But most importantly, we got to let God be God.